People around the world are often shocked when they find out how small of a country Israel really is. Why is that? Let's find out. Shalom, my friends. This is the Kiva Gersh with Israel in 5, where we give you everything Israel in 5 minutes. Please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions or want to keep the conversation going, please do so below in the comments. Many people around the world, specifically in the East and South America, are often absolutely shocked when they find out how tiny of a country Israel really is. In its latest census, Israel came in around 10 million people total, about 7.25 million of those Jewish Israelis. Let's put that in perspective. There are more people living in New York City than there are Jews living in the world's one Jewish state. That's pretty small. But why do people think Israel is such a large country when it just isn't? There's a few different reasons. First of all, Israeli travelers after the army. There is a very strong custom here in Israel after the army for Israelis to go traveling. You can imagine they did K through 12 of education, then they go to the army for 3 years, sometimes more. They are ready for a break. They're ready for their own lives back. They just dedicated, given their lives 24/7 for many years to their country with passion, with commitment, with dedication, with deep desire. But when they're done with that, and when they're done with people telling them what to do, when to do, how high to jump, and all those things, they're ready for some freedom. And they express that freedom very often in traveling. And we're not talking about a week vacation and then back to the grind. We're talking about months and months and months. Israelis, after the army, they will often go traveling for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, literally even a year. Sometimes they'll do multiple trips. They'll go out on a trip, come back, work, make money, use that money again for their next trip, and onwards and onwards. And that's why certain hotspots for young Israelis to go visit, like the East and like South America, the people living there, the people running the businesses, the hostels, the hotels, the whatever, where they see Israelis coming to visit, they see so many of them that they just assume that Israel is a country of tens of millions of people, right? If they see this many people, in their village or town or a city, that must mean that Israel is a very big country. But it's not, we know. And they're absolutely shocked when they find out how few Israelis there really are in the world. That's one of the reasons. Another reason is older Israelis also like to go traveling, not just the young ones. They might not have as much time to go traveling. They won't go as long, but they will travel, especially throughout Europe and the Mediterranean Rim. It's close by to Israel, but even faraway places like North and South America and the East and the like. And so people in these places see a lot of Israelis who again make the assumption that Israel is a large country with a large population. But there's another reason, and I think this is one of the most beautiful reasons, is they see the impact of Israel on the world. They see, first of all, Israel in the news all the time. Is there a country in the world that gets covered by the news more than Israel? And they also see all the incredible things that have come out from Israel and continue to come out from Israel, all the inventions and all the innovations, all the high tech, all of these creative ways of solving our world's biggest problems. So they assume, rightfully so, it makes sense that Israel is just this really, large country with a bustling population because, otherwise it doesn't make sense that they're in the news so much. And it doesn't make sense that they're putting out so many innovations per capita on such an exaggerated level, right? Disproportionate to the rest of the world. And we see that, right? The amount of startups that come out of Israel, the amount of Israeli companies in the NASDAQ is just simply disproportional to its size, right? Competing with, after America and China, basically, we're at the top of the list in terms of Israeli companies, in the NASDAQ. That doesn't make sense, right, from such a small country. And that's why people think Israel is such a large country, because in their eyes, it only makes sense, right, that so many great things and so many of the world's news outlets will be focused on them only if they're such a large country. But we know we're not. Just about 10 million people living here, just over 7 million Jews. But even with that little that we have here, we're doing a lot. And it's a great source of pride, and it's a great sort of motivation to keep on doing what we're doing. All the best, my friends, and be well.